They are such iconic figures, both to musicians and as a listener.
The one thing that Hendrix and Stevie Ray both did was to pay tribute, which has a different meaning.
As a musician, they have had such huge influence on any musician throughout any of the genres.
Double Trouble Experience is about musicians paying tribute to the music of Hendrix and Stevie Ray.
It really is a set of gents paying reverence to the likes of Hendrix and Stevie Ray Vaughan, but opposed to it being a band that's a tribute band, it's just paying respect to the music in that case, and keeping the spectrum as broad.
The type of tribute that we're actually doing is completely different to, dare I say it, any other tribute, whereas sometimes bands would actually go out and play, get a set of songs, and be it successful singles or anything like that, but they never pay tribute to the artist, in my view. They pay tribute to the songs they play, but never to the artist. This is where Double Trouble Experience is different.
So I had an opportunity to put something on with someone I'd done some shows for, and they said we could do with putting something different on, and it just kind of came around. I said, well, it's something that I wanted to put together because I think these two things work.
I had a call from Jason asking me to join him on a Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan project. I just treated it like a normal gig. But at the end of it, I found myself thinking, you know what, there's something even more than just playing the songs itself. We decided to actually develop the project and try and get it to evolve into something completely different.
Jerome got in contact with me saying, well, would you be interested in doing this? And I said, well, yeah, I'm game. What you got in mind? And he told me what the idea was. And because I already do a Hendrix thing already, it was like, yeah, I'm game. We'll put there's a different spin that can be had. So the first time we actually turned up here to jam with each other, it was a real experience. It was smiling faces all over the place. Faces was hurting at the end of it.
What inspired us to make this project happen was the strength of what was an accidental gig becoming an idea that took hold of us. With just a few sessions when we first started to put this together, we realised that this was kind of greater than the sum of its parts.
That's the riff I wanted. The show is all about delivering a narrative, which is, I think the best way of describing it is actually bringing a documentary into a live environment.
It's basically just telling the story of what's happening with the actual tunes maybe at the time, between what the artists were and what they might have been feeling at the time when it actually happened. So actually giving it a bit of broader perspective.
We wanted to kind of not just arrive, play the songs, say thanks very much and good night, even if you play them brilliantly. We kind of wanted a chronological approach to the careers of both of these musicians, so how the music and the performances evolved. So we wanted to take the audience on that kind of journey. But also the stories behind some of the songs, which people who've been playing them for years, me included, never knew some of these stories, and they've only become available to know in the last sort of few years as more information gets uncovered about the lives of the musicians. The story of Spanish Castle Magic, which is one of the kind of more psychedelic Hendrix numbers. It's about a cab ride, and only Hendrix can produce something as seemingly bizarre and trippy as that out of it's a cab ride,
Whether you be a musician, a hobbyist, or a music enthusiast, hopefully you'll come away knowing a little bit more about the artist rather than just his music.
We're hoping that people will take away some fun and information from the experience. Probably leave a little bit wiser than they came in. If they hadn't known the story beforehand, then they would leave knowing the story. So I suppose what they say is information is wisdom. You can't do anything without the wisdom, really.
If you're a fan of the artists, obviously that's gonna bring you to the show. But more importantly, if you're not familiar, then you'll get something more from it. It's not just about here are the tunes and off you go. This will be a genuine journey and a little bit of education and a show.
Look